Tell me you can see me now. Please. Is it working yet? It's working. Fucking finally. Son of a bitch. I have no idea what happened this time. One of these days, I'm going to be able to start one of these lives without fucking it up. There's always something that I screw up or something that gets screwed up. And I'm just done with it. Hi. Fucking finally. I'm glad you can see me because it's not showing up on my shit. So I'm just going to close that out. Go to the home. And fuck it. If I get slammed or banged off of here, then I'll just... Damn, it's still waiting. Alright. So I've got a lot of good stuff tonight. But one of the best things is getting pounded. This website is getting pounded by the entire world. Civilized world that uses the internet. Everyone in their grandma is trying to get into this. I've been trying for an hour-ish. It's not working. But I'm not telling you what it is because it's gonna be, it's gonna be freaking awesome. Once you see. So, Jackass in Chief was here today. He said that he was going to hand out every diploma to every cadet because it was the Air Force Academy graduation today, and shake their hands and thank them. And we're talking like 7,000 people, 7,000 cadets, supposedly. I think, I'm not sure. Let me check. I want to make sure because I don't want to be wrong on the count. So, I'm sorry. I should have. I'm sorry, I'm quiet. Okay, so I'm putting, let's see. How many frickin'... I need to find how many graduates there were, dang it. I apologize. I should have looked this up first. But I was having... This is ridiculous. I'm not finding it, but it's a graduating class of the Air Force Academy. There's a lot. So let's see if it's on the Air Force Academy website. Let's see. Nope. Not finding it. Not even on their website. Let's see. And I think the Thunderbirds performed again. I'm not positive. Ah, fact sheet. Well, look at that. (1,155) inducted No, new U.S. cadets, 1,135. 12 international students. 71.7% male, 28.3% females. Potentially pilot qualified, 63.6. Well done. And there are 12 cadets from Cambodia, Jordan, Malaysia, Peru, Poland, Republic of Korea, Romania, Sri Lanka, Taiwan, Thailand, and Tunisia. So yeah, that's 1,135 new U.S. cadets. So, yeah, that was cool. That was cool. I should have looked that up ahead of time. I apologize. So, the big thing that happened today, and if you know what happened today, don't say anything, because we're going to watch it right now. I was going to say try not to laugh, but fucking laugh. Boom! He couldn't even stand up on his own! Yeah, so that happened today. Oh boy. Unbelievable. Can't believe. Okay, DK. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. Please tell me you guys saw that video. Because I'll show it again. I don't care. Oh, boy. Okay, yeah, it came across. Just, nobody's saying anything. Oh, it's because there's only me and someone else in here. Well, I'm going to get this video out anyway, because if I can get in this website, gonna be good shit. So, let's see. So we have the real world Dukes of Hazzard thing. Hold on. Ugh. I want it on a large, so let's put it here. One second. All right, here comes the real life Dukes of Hazzard. Maybe Chill Rock's in here. It says two. I thought I was, for some reason, I counted myself. So, if you haven't seen real life Dukes of Hazzard, watch.
Good.
Oh!
At their line, 1050 rollover. Eyes in second EMS, immediate roll.
So, holy crap. Shiloh, hi!
Previous 1050, 84 west.
Here we go again.
Good.
BAM! What the what was this stupid chick doing is my question. Besides speeding.
1050 rollover.
Because
Eyes in second EMS, immediate roll.
just real life's Dukes of Hazzard.
Previous 10.
And, alright, one more time. Look at this thing. BAM! Bam! Takes the frickin' front piece of the trailer out. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah! There. We got the frickin' Dukes of Hazzard in there. Holy crap. So yeah, that was a distracted Florida driver. And holy crap is all I can say. Because that was insane. That was in Georgia. The person is from Florida. Let me see. Oh, it demonstrated why the public should heed Georgia's move over law that exists in every fecking state in this entire country. Move over, slow down, be careful. A little too late for that dumbass. So, okay, so the car flew 120 feet through the air. And let's see. So what happened was there was already an accident that they were there for, that the tow truck was there for. And wow. So let me see. Oh, I don't know if you heard it, but the deputy invoked 1051 over the radio, which is a summons for another tow truck. Oh. They're calling this chick the Duchess of Hazzard. 21-year-old woman from Tallahassee, Florida, failed to stick the landing. You think? Holy crap. And I am still waiting to get into this site. Damn it. The thing is, I screwed something up earlier, of course, that I had actually gotten in. And then I hit albums. And it did this thing again. So, my dumbass freaking hit reload. Okay, so next week I'm gonna do the drawing for the movie. And you know what? We're gonna watch this again just cause some of y'all came in after the fact. So
this is Mike.
Let's watch this again.
President Biden fell today after delivering the commencement address at the Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs. After shaking hands with hundreds of cadets from the class of 2023, the president right there took a tumble as he was returning to his seat.
He can't even get
the president
up on his
appeared
own.
to have tripped over something on stage. Secret Service agents and an Air Force official rushed to help the president get back on his feet. The president pointed at a sandbag on stage as he walked to his seat without assistance and then remained there for the rest of the ceremony. The White House says the president is fine and confirmed that it was a sandbag on the stage that he tripped over.
Glad he's okay.
Yeah, you know what? Who cares? That's just another freaking example of how inept and unable to be the president this guy is. So, I'm not sure how long this... Oh, it's kind of long. Okay, hold on. So what I'm going to do is... Because supposedly he was blundering through the commencement thing, which, you know, probably wouldn't surprise anybody here. But let's see if I can... Let's see. So this is after he walked in and everything. I don't know what this pin is right here. Looks like a lightning bolt. And it's weird. Those look gold. These general stars look gold. They don't match because they're supposed to be silver, damn it. Freaking changing shit up. Bastards. Alright, enough. What are you doing with your hand, dumbass? He's looking all over the place. And now he's not listening. Yeah, this was today.
Haste. Wing. Present. Harms. Please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem.
Wait. Did you guys,
Graduates.
look at how sloppy this is.
Left.
Shiloh!
Wing. Present. Harms.
Look how sloppy
Please
that
remain
was.
standing for the playing of the national anthem and the invocation.
That was effing sloppy. And of course he's thinking, oh, where do I turn? I'm just letting this play because I like the anthem. Sorry. No, I'm not sorry. This salute right here, sloppy. Look at the freaking fingers bent way over. See, that's a good one right there. And this guy's doing a freaking British one with the like this. It's supposed to be like this, not like that, dumbass. Okay. At least it did something that wasn't stupid.
Order. Harms. At ease. Ladies and gentlemen,
And again,
chaplain.
even the at ease is friggin' sloppy. When you go at ease, you're still supposed to be frickin'...
Colonel Julian C. Gaither, United States Air Force Academy Command Chaplain.
Shiloh. If anybody in this graduating class...
Almighty God, in the shadow of these majestic mountains and campus steeped with a rich tradition and history, we are grateful to gather our Commander-in-Chief, Air Force, Space Force, senior leaders, Air Force Academy faculty, staff, family, and especially our graduates, to honor and celebrate the completion of a long 4-year journey. In June 2019, cadets...
Does he look like he's breathing hard? Hold on. Right when he puts his head up.
To honor and celebrate the completion of a long 4-year journey. In June 2019, cadets, you arrived anxiously excited about I-Day. You thought basic cadet training was the hardest part. You did not know what was ahead.
Fig leaf.
We did not know.
It is, Shiloh.
What was
at
ahead.
ease is supposed to be behind your
back. The world did not know what was ahead. We did not know a virus would shape and reshape.
But they're officers, who knows?
Your educational, athletic, and military journey. COVID reminded us all that we must be prepared for the unexpected challenges of our world. So today, we are grateful that these graduates understand the importance of being ready and staying ready. Cadets, in a few minutes, you will no longer be firsties. You will be United States Air Force Academy graduates. and second lieutenants in the Air or Space Force, joining the long blue line of leaders. You are endowed with a degree like no other. Your degree from the United States Air Force Academy comes with an expectation that you are ready. You have been trained to lead honorably and accelerate change as we protect our country.
Do you see the way he's been breathing and standing? And yeah, Papa, that the first time I heard that, I was like, oh, it's nails on a chalkboard. They're kids. They don't know. They don't know any better, apparently, which sucks. But look at, I mean, are you guys watching how he's freaking, like, I don't know, he's breathing strange.
Trained to lead honorably.
Watch his shoulders.
And accelerate change as we protect our country and our world.
See? Look at this.
You are the hopes and dreams of many watching this momentous celebration. We thank God for your parents, family, friends, and teachers who have molded you. We are grateful for all the love and support they have shown you on this journey. And as you complete this chapter of your life, remember, it is only a chapter. We believe the promise, for I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Graduates.
See? Did you see that?
Today you will join the long blue line, much like I did in 2019. It comes with new sacrifices to defend our country. All the Air Force Academy graduates welcome you.
I don't think he's sleeping though, Papa, because
welcome.
He's like...
And all of us still standing to watch.
Breathing fast, nodding
welcome.
As if somebody's talking to him.
But
even
we
though
must
his
stay
mouth
ready
didn't move,
with great determination and bold resilience. Class of 2023, you have prevailed through the academic rigor, physical endurance, and the global...
Whoa. You guys, that looked like a death grimace. I don't know if you've seen anything like that, but watch, just watch.
Class of 2023,
this
you have prevailed through the academic rigor.
Look at that. That doesn't look right. He doesn't look right there. Let me know when the Shiloh.
Physical endurance.
Let me know in the chat what you think
pandemic.
of that, because see,
Yet
now
you
he's
did not give up.
Trying to.
You did not stop.
Stand up.
You continue
again.
To prepare
and then
for
he's
victory.
Gonna sink back down and do this.
May God continue to fill you with compassion for those in need, and inspire you to live by our core values.
Breathing again.
That oppression might cease, freedom might prevail, and dignity and honor might reign. Your God has and will provide everything you need for the journey ahead.
See how fast he's
breathing? So all of us here today look forward to serving by your side as you lead our air and space forces into the future.
He's breathing wicked fast.
Prepare for victory, class of 2023, and congratulations. We pray this prayer always in your holy name. Amen.
I don't know why you did that. Now, let me ask you this. When he does this cross, when he does the cross, where he does it looks like an upside down cross. I haven't watched this yet, but this is just because I've been, watching him, period.
Praise in your holy name. Amen.
Okay, watch. Up, down. See, up, down, and then here. That's an upside down cross, and that's not how you do it. It's up, down, shoulder,
Graduates,
shoulder.
Take seats. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
And look at the way he's...
Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant General Richard Clark, the Superintendent of the United States.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pop through this so we can hear him talking, because we got all these other... Okay, there he is.
of 20.
All right. So. Okay.
23. It is now my pleasure and distinct honor to introduce our Commander-in-Chief. President Biden has a long history in the business of national security, serving for a dozen years as the chairman or ranking member of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, and 8 years as vice president before his election by the American people as our president.
Oh, give me a break.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 46th President of the United States, Joe Biden.
Oh, get up, man.
I know what you did, and you were absolutely right. Hello, Falcons. Big day. It's great to be back at the Air Force Academy at the altitude of 7,258 feet above sea level, far, far above that of West Point or Annapolis. I figured I should say that, so my Air Force One pilots, Colonel Kirkland, class of 99, and Colonel Donnelly, class of 01, make sure they are willing to take me back to D.C.
Okay, that was
also
actually a little
today
bit
my
funny.
Air Force and Space Force military aides, Lieutenant Colonel John Rowe, class of 07, Lieutenant Colonel Ann Hughes, class of 08. These officers travel the world with me, demonstrating, and I mean this sincerely, demonstrating the values of this institution.
I mean this
every single day.
Hold on, I want to hear that again, because it sounded like he said, I mean this sincerely.
One, make sure they are willing to take me back to D.C. I also brought with me today my Air Force.
Did you hear that? Also, today. What?
Willing to take me back to D.C. I also brought with me today my Air Force and Space Force military aides.
I think that was also brought with me today. I think that's what that was.
Lieutenant Colonel John Rowe, class of 07.
Slurred is all crazy.
Lieutenant Colonel Ann Hughes, class of 08. These officers travel the world with me, demonstrating, and I mean this sincerely, demonstrating the values of this institution every
No,
single
Shiloh,
day.
I didn't see that.
It's no exaggeration to say I trust my life to Academy graduates. Some of my team members have trusted their lives to Academy cadets. A few months ago, I called to speak to my national security advisor. He was out here. I was told he was unavailable. Turns out, Firstie Andrew Deaver had him out doing loops and barrel rolls on a glider.
Notice how nobody is clapping.
I asked if I could do that today, and the Secret Service said, no, we'll have to shoot it down. Look, thank you, Colonel Clark, Lieutenant General Clark, and to all the faculty and staff here at the...
Got the rank wrong? You guys, if this was Trump, he would be getting eaten alive. But no. No. This is even more pathetic than my graduation in 2003 when he was the commencement speaker at Delaware State University that I went to and he didn't.
I asked if I could do that today, and the Secret Service said, no, we'll have to shoot it down. Look, thank you, Colonel Clark, Lieutenant General Clark, and to all the faculty and staff here at the Academy for your dedication and commitment in shaping the next generation of American air power and space power. And thank you to all the parents and families and sponsor families out there in the stands. You supported these cadets throughout their lives. You taught them how to stand up, never bow, never bend, never yield. You inspired them to put integrity.
Somebody needs to teach this MFer those things. Just saying.
First, choose service over self.
Yeah.
Sounds like hyperbole, but it's literally what you did. Pursue excellence in all they do. But I know you're bursting with pride at what they've already accomplished. So graduates, give your families a round of applause. Stand up and give them a round of applause.
Give them a round of
Give your families a round of applause. Stand up.
A round of applause.
Show them your appreciation.
You know why he's doing that? He's getting a breather. There's that death grin again. Whoa. Do you see them bottom teeth? Watch. Death grin. Look it. Where's the rest of his friggin' teeth? I see 1, 2, 3, 4. What? Either that or they're just really crooked like mine. Who?
I think they're excited.
No, he's not missing them. They're just jacked up.
The only thing your moms and dads are saying is, I wish I could have paid for this education. Every other graduation I do, and I've done a lot of graduations, college graduations, I usually say, parents, today you all get a pay raise, no more tuition. But
he did say that at my graduation. Stupid read.
Great Kendall, General Brown, General Saltzman, thank you for leading our Air Force and our Space Force to take on the missions that most matter for today and the future. So we can continue to maintain air and space superiority, just as we have in every U.S. conflict in this century. But graduates, you're not just commissioning into the Air Force and Space Force. You're commissioning into a joint force. One thing working more closely together across the service branches than ever before in new ways to deter, if necessary, defeat every threat to our nation. Last week, I was proud, and I mean it sincerely, to nominate your Air Force Chief General C.Q. Brown, Jr., the next chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Stand up, General.
Oh, look, he did the Trump thumb. Ah!
General, our country thanks you. I look forward to working with you as chairman. These graduates will have the additional pride of starting their careers of service led by a general.
I've been wondering that too, Shiloh. Is there something wrong with his right eye? But it's wicked bright up here. It's wicked bright. And you can tell just by looking at him that, because he doesn't have his sunglasses on. And you can see the cadets behind him, even though they're wearing their hats, their eyes are squinted too. At some point this morning, it was actually nice out, and then it went to shit. So that's probably why.
People might say, butt-kicking American airmen.
Hold on. What the
will have the additional pride of starting their careers of service led by a general that might say, butt-kicking American airmen. I think you used that phrase. Class of 2023. All right, man, you better. This is a day you've worked hard to reach. Think back to that first day of basic, when the bus dropped you off at the footprints. Didn't know what the hell lay ahead. Maybe you were wondering what exactly you'd gotten yourself into. And then, after a few days of acclimating, getting yelled at nonstop by your cadre, hearing those words that meant it would only get worse, quote, PT ban has been lifted. As if that's a good thing, right? PT ban has been lifted.
It was so funny, I had to repeat it.
PT ban has been lifted. Marching down to Jack's, building Tent City, even sweeping the dirt to make it look like there were hallways. Before making it past the assault course fall, and assault.
Shiloh, I'm not sure, but I see the dark spot that you're talking about.
Of course, Nunez.
Right here, right?
Nunez. And I tell you what.
Mumble fumble again.
Before making a pass, the assault course fall. In the assault course, Nunez. Nunez. And I tell you what, you're all crazy. But at any rate.
PT, but it did sound like PC. It was PT. PT ban, although I don't understand why there would be a PT ban and why it would be lifted.
Remember the pride you felt joining the Flying Wedge in the TIZO. The first time during the Acceptance Day parade, only to face an even more difficult challenge when the school year began. Academics. It wasn't all push-ups and cramming for Prague Week, though to set the...
Cramming for what week?
Again, academics.
And that's...
It wasn't all push-ups and cramming for Prague Week.
Prague Week?
To set the Guinness Book of Records, world records. Most simultaneous push-ups. There had to be an enormous amount.
I need to hear this.
Prague Week.
Because he started getting...
So, to set the Guinness Book of Records, world records. Most simultaneous push-ups. There had to be an enormous amount of push-ups. Beyond you, but all of you, I think you had some fun along the way. Maybe a good use of your epic passes.
See, he's waiting for them to laugh.
That would be reason enough to
And they
join.
don't.
Had a few steaks and tortellini dinners. Celebrate commitment and job drops. I got to see some of you at the White House a few weeks ago to celebrate winning the Commander-in-Chief Trophy for the 21st time.
Look, see, now they're clapping for that.
When I was graduating from high school 300 years ago, I applied to the Naval Academy. And I was picked by the senator. There's two ways senators can pick. You can pick individually, or they can name 10 people and let the Academy choose. I was a relatively good football player, so I had a shot. I remember the day that a guy named Steve Dunning from my class was also nominated. Drove up, it was about 7 in the morning. We were going to drive down to Annapolis.
Y'all applying for the Naval Academy? Lie.
I had just heard the night before they had a halfback named Joe Bellino, won the Heisman Trophy, and a quarterback named Roger Staubach. I went to Delaware. Blue Horizons rocketry team managed to send the superintendent's flight cap all the way to space. I don't know whether he knew it or not, but even more impressive, you got it back, some 70 miles away. Of course, there may also have been achievements of less sterling nature. Maybe you had to do a few tours. Maybe you're one of the cadets who decided to enjoy the view from the top of the chapel in the box. So before I forget, since I was one of those schools at a state university, I found myself in a little bit of trouble a couple of times. I really wish that a commander-in-chief had spoken at my graduation, because I have the power to hereby waive any confinements or restrictions of minor cadet disciplinary systems violations.
Made minor cadet... What?
Any confinements or restrictions of minor cadet disciplinary systems violations. They're waived. Man, I wish at my commencement the Speaker had that power.
I don't know, Shiloh.
Look, after 4 long years, you push to the limits and forged into leaders of character. And after finally getting to jump into the fountain, you commissioned...
Jump into the fountain? What?
Getting to jump into the fountain. You're commissioned as a second lieutenant of the United States Air Force, the United States Space Force. Part of the greatest, and this is not hyperbole, part of the greatest fighting force in the history of the world. That is the truth. That's the...
He says that isn't, or that ain't hyperbole. So, wow, damn, look at his teeth. Yeah, they jacked. And he's always saying how he's not, that he's not lying, or that...
Greatest fighting force in the history of the world. That is the truth. That's the God's truth. That's not an exaggeration. We have the finest military in the history of the world. And you've earned it. And this day is the day to celebrate. And as your Commander-in-Chief, I'm honored to be here as you take on the duties of serving and defending our nation. In the years to come, you'll have even more asked of you. You'll take on greater responsibilities, and you'll be challenged even beyond everything you've yet experienced. But you have those mountains. You leave them as you look at them. I'm sure you're going to be thinking about this a lot as you're moving through your careers. Leave these mountains. The air is rare. You're going to take with you the confidence that your years have prepared you for whatever is ahead. After all, your time at this proud institution is defined by so much history, so much tradition, marked by significant change, as was referenced earlier. Unlike classes that preceded you, you've had to adapt and overcome time and again to reorient yourself together with your squadron and your wing and find new ways to soar. As been mentioned already, when COVID hit during your 4th-degree year, you had to rapidly redeploy back to your homes and learn new ways to study and maintain camaraderie during COVID station. By the way, I wonder how many of you had to kick your brother out of your room. All kidding aside, recognition may have been cut short.
What the hell is... What? Kick your brother out of your room?
All kidding aside, recognition may have been cut short.
Oh, and by the way, he... excuse me, sorry, allergies still. When he said COVID during your 4th year, this is their 4th year. COVID happened in probably the end of their 1st or beginning of their 2nd year in the frickin' academy. So, whatever the hell's wrong with this man,
But it came back in the fall. You did the run to the rock. You earned the prop and wings, just like every cadet before you. Resilience, creativity, endurance, commitment. These have been essential parts of your unique academy training. You're going to need those qualities as you continue your careers, because the world you're graduating into is not only changing rapidly, the pace of change is accelerating as well. We're seeing proliferating global challenges, from Russia's aggression and brutality in Europe, to our competition with China, and a whole hell of a lot in between. From growing instability to food insecurity to natural disasters.
that he caused! Sorry.
All of which are being made worse by the existential threat of climate change. I don't hear many of my friends anymore saying there's no climate change. We're finally figuring it out. I'm trying to push that since 1981. But we're seeing engaging technology, emerging technologies. All AI, from AI and 3D printing, that could change.
Dude, 3D printing has been around for a while.
The character of conflict itself.
How do you go from 3D printing to AI?
Not going to be easy decisions, guys. I met in the Oval Office, in my office, with 8 leading scientists in the area of AI. Some are very worried that AI can actually overtake human thinking and planning. So we got a lot to deal with. Incredible opportunity, a lot to deal with. We're also working across multiple domains, developing new capabilities, like our new next-gen B-21 Raider. And we're going to be flying that sucker. We're going to count on you to keep us at the forefront of air and space dominance, enabling an entire joint force to be stronger. Graduates, you've made a noble choice to lead a life of service. Now, you also shoulder a great privilege and a mighty responsibility. Leadership. Yeah, leadership. A word often used. In the years ahead,
something that you ain't got.
Your airmen and guardians are going to look to you for guidance and inspiration, because the world's going to get more confusing. They'll put their trust in you.
As long as he is president, fucking A right, it's going to get more confusing.
You, in turn, must strive to always be worthy of their confidence. Listen to them. Listen to them. I've always believed that America's strongest when we lead, not only by the example of our power, but by the power of our example. Let me say it again. I've traveled the entire world, been in almost every country. The reason we're respected so much is not just our power, but the power of our example. And
what respect? You've ruined everything.
Matters.
Whoa. All right, Shiloh, you said something about wrinkles on his head, but not down here. Look at right here. Watch when he turns.
The power of our example.
See right there? That doesn't look natural at all. At all. I don't see any muscles over there pulling that. Did Papa repeat the line? Oh, all right. I need y'all's opinion on this. Because this is strange. Because now, if this was actual, like, his muscles and he was wrinkling his head, it would be there, but it'd be on the other side too. Just saying. That's what I believe, anyway. But this doesn't look natural. What in the crap is that? I remember a few, I don't know, like 5 minutes ago when you said that some lady was freaking out because there was wrinkles on his forehead, but not down here. That's weird. And now even this is weird. It's like his chin vanished.
And it matters.
Oh, there he is.
Matters.
Kinda.
Saying's going to be true.
See? There's no wrinkles on the other side. There's that dot you were talking about.
Experience of leadership. No matter what changes or challenges come, your character, your moral clarity, your capabilities must never waver. Again, not hyperbole. The nation needs you. Genuinely needs you. Our world stands at an inflection point. I had a professor who used to say an inflection point is when you're driving your car down the highway at 60 miles an hour and suddenly you turn the wheel 10 degrees. You can never get back on the same track you're on before. The decisions we make today are going to determine what the world looks like decades from now. No graduating class gets to choose the world into which they graduate. Every class enters the history of a nation up to the point that has been written by others. A few classes, once every several generations, enters at a point in our history.
What?
Once every several generations, enters at a point in our history where they actually have a chance
enters at a point in our history
to change the trajectory of the country. The only reason I ran, said to our speaker, I read his article. That's why when I ran, I said I was running for three purposes, two of which were to restore the character of this country, two, to unite it.
So he ran for three reasons. One was to restore the character of this country. We didn't need restoration because we were strong under Trump. Just saying. Now, we're a laughing stock because of this jackass. And I'm just not...
Restore the character of this country. Two, to unite it.
To unite it. And it's not... It's the most divided it's ever been because of him.
You'll face that inflection point today. I know you're going to be...
Wait, didn't he say three reasons? Where's number 3?
Meet the moment to make sure that the future we're building is one that fundamentally aligns with our values, protects America's interests. To make sure that our skies and orbits remain open and navigable to everyone. To make sure that new technology is used to lift people up to new heights, new opportunities, not hold them down or exploit them. And to make sure that the fundamental rules of the international system we put in place more than 7 decades ago to prevent another world war are upheld and strengthened to address new threats. One of the greatest strengths.
One of the greatest threats?
To address new threats. One of the greatest strengths.
To me, it sounded like he just said trigs.
To address new threats. One of the greatest strengths the United States of America brings to this effort is one of the greatest assets you will harness throughout your careers. It's our unmatched network of alliances and partners, allies and partners.
All of the ones that you blew.
I spent the bulk of my first year just reestablishing that.
Oh, bullshit! He spent the bulk of his first year destroying it, not restoring it.
I've spent the bulk of my first year just reestablishing that. Meeting hundreds of hours with our NATO allies and others. Those nations who willingly stand beside us to face down threats and solve shared challenges. You've already gotten some sense of that with the friendship and bonds you've built with the cadets graduating today who will commission in their home militaries across Europe, Middle East, North Africa, and Indo-Pacific.
DK, you're exactly right, and welcome back.
Our partnerships amplify our strength and make us more effective.
Look at. It's back. But it's only on this side. It's not on the other side. And it's the exact same way it was. This is like a wrinkled like mask or piece of cloth or something. That's not natural. Because if there were muscles pulling that, you'd be able to see it here too. And on the other side.
And don't think our adversaries don't understand it.
Don't think our adversaries. I know, adversaries, but still.
Make us more effective. And don't think our adversaries don't understand it. So they work so damn hard to try to split us. We've seen it over and over again, especially in the global support for the brave people of Ukraine as they defended their families and their homes against Russian brutal assault. Remember what I said? Putin was certain that NATO would crack, that they would not stand together. We put 40 nations together. The United States has rallied the world to stand strong with Ukraine, and defend the values that the American people hold so dear: freedom, sovereignty, democracy, simple dignity.
Which you have none of and are eradicating.
Working with a coalition of more than 50 nations, we've delivered
Wait, 40 now 50? Make up your mind.
historic security assistance that has enabled Ukraine to defend itself. I've been there many times before the war. Spoke of the rod. I've been there since the war began. The United States Air Force and Space Force have been the backbone of that operation.
Wait a minute, what?
The States Air Force and Space Force have been the backbone of that operation, providing airlift capacity, and logistical know-how to move artillery, ammunition, fighting vehicles, anti-tank, and air defense system, providing missile warning, space-based ISR, supporting communications. No other nation in the world, the whole world, has enabling capacity we do.
No other nation in the world. The whole world. Not just part of the world. The whole world. What in the...
And what we have to do to thank you and your immediate predecessors. Just a few weeks ago, I was with President Zelensky in Hiroshima at the G7. I told him we worked with our partners, began training Ukrainian pilots in Europe on fourth-generation fighter aircraft, including the F-16. Ukraine can defend itself today and in the future. Ukrainian people's iron resolve to live in freedom will never be broken. They are incredible, average women and men, fighting, giving their lives for their country and their families. And the American people's support for Ukraine will not waver. We've always stand up for democracies, always.
Ukraine just happens to be one of, if not the most corrupt freaking country in the entire world. So yeah, there is that. And I have receipts.
Well, I ask you to contemplate what happens if it wavers and Ukraine goes down. What about Belarus? What about the rest of Eastern Europe? Look, the G7 also demonstrated remarkable unity in the world's leading democracies when it comes to China. The United States, I've met with Xi Jinping more than any leader in the world.
No, you haven't.
Starting back when I was vice president. The United States does not seek conflict or confrontation with China.
Confrontation.
China and the United States should be able to work together where we can to solve some global challenges like climate. But we are prepared for vigorous competition. We will stand up for our interests, for our friends, and for our values. With our G7...
All right, so when is this going to happen? Because, yeah. Any day now would be cool.
7 partners, we should have set a shared principles for engaging with China and minimizing the threats to our nations. By bolstering our economic security, resisting economic coercion, countering harmful practices, and protecting a narrow set of advanced technologies critical to our national security by not trading them. By working together with nations that share the most fundamental values, we multiply one another's strength and firmly fix a course toward our shared vision for the future. In every part of the world, we've advanced our partnerships in concrete ways and strengthened American security. In the Indo-Pacific, we've deepened our alliance and our trilateral cooperation with Japan and the Republic of Korea, who are now talking together and working together to enhance deterrence.
That wasn't me.
Against threats in the region, including from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. We've elevated the Quad.
Look. Smooth as a baby's butt right here. Not right there, though.
The Democratic People's Republic of Korea. We've elevated the Quad, bringing together Australia.
Almost done, Shiloh. I'm sorry. He's got like 8 more minutes. I didn't get to watch this, so have a beautiful night yourself.
United States to advance an Indo-Pacific that's free and open.
This garbage. I just...
Prosperous and secure. Didn't exist before. We're delivering on AUKUS, a new strategic partnership.
Delivering on AUKUS?
We're delivering on AUKUS, a new strategic partnership. Brings the United States close together with Australia and the United Kingdom, 2 of our most capable allies. NATO is more energized and more united than it's been in decades.
Agreed, DK. Agreed.
Now even stronger with the accession of our newest ally, Finland, and soon Sweden, in the alliance as soon as possible. It will happen.
Oh, now they're clapping.
I promise you. We're working with Canada to upgrade NORAD's capabilities and ensure that North America's air defense surveillance systems are the best in the world. And in just the past 12 months, I've hosted in the United States the leaders of every country in the Western Hemisphere, every country in Africa, Southeast Asia, and the Pacific Islands. We are a Pacific nation. These nations may not all agree with us on every issue, but they want to work with us. They choose us, not because of threats or coercion, but because of the common interests we pursue together to make the world a better and safer place for everyone. That is what the United States stands for. When people around the world see a United States gray tail flying overhead with the stars and stripes on your shoulders, they know what that means no matter where you go. Freedom, opportunity.
Did he say gray tail?
Possibilities, hope.
Oh, is he talking about all the stuff that he's destroyed? Is he talking about all the stuff he's destroyed since he's been president?
It's who we are. It's what we fight for. It's why we choose this path. So graduates, as you head out, whether to graduate school or pilot training, to serve as missileers or space operators, scientists or engineers, never forget the sacred oath you swear and the mission you serve is something far, far greater than any person or president. It's our Constitution, it's our country, and it's our enduring American values. You know,
which he's also pretty much destroyed.
We're the most unique nation in the world. And say, well, everybody says, but we are. We're the only nation in the world formed and based on an idea. An idea. Every other nation in the world is formed based on things like geography, ethnicity, religion. We're the only nation built on an idea. And we hold these truths to be self-evident.
You know the thing.
All women and men are created equal.
Oh, he got it this time, you guys. He got it this time.
To be self-evident that all women and men are created equal, endowed by the Creator with certain inalienable rights, life, liberty, pursuit of. That's the organizing principle.
Pursuit of that.
America.
He almost had the entire thing correct, and then he screwed up at the end. Agreed, DK. He should read it.
We haven't always lived up to it, but we never, except on one brief moment, even thought about walking away from it. Generations of our forebears have fought and sacrificed to defend it. Sacrifices we honor earlier this week on Memorial Day. My son was an Army officer, a major, the Attorney General who sought permission to go fight with his unit in Iraq for a year. Unfortunately, His hooch was very close to these burn pits. He came home, stage 4 glioblastoma, and died. I remember looking at him in the bed, listening to God's truth. I planned on saying this, maybe I shouldn't. He looked at me, he said, we're talking about war. He said, Dad, he was Attorney General, odds-on favored to become a governor. He said, Dad, the proudest thing I've ever done in my life is putting on that uniform. Proudest thing. Just before he passed, he said, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. That's what you all are made of as well. Pride. Pride. Not in yourself, but what you're fighting for. It's a sacred charge that you now inherit as well. This year marked the 75th anniversary, this year, of an integrated force. The 75th anniversary of women serving in the force. And the 50th anniversary of an all-volunteer military. And your class is one of the most diverse classes in the history of this academy or any academy to graduate. That's why we're strong. That's why we're who we are. That's why we'll never give up.
Does that look like a freaking presidential face right there? Because... Papa! So Papa just said he died on the front lines of Iwo Jima, Joe. Get it right. Oh, man. That was awesome, brother. That was awesome. All right. This is... I promise. I'm sorry that I put you guys through this. But this was...
That's why. We also recognize that with every step we've taken to harness the full diversity of our nation, to tap more of our indomitable American spirit, our armed forces have only grown stronger.
Bullshit! They're the worst they've ever been! They're missing every single branch of the military is not meeting their enlistment quotas. The Air Force met theirs supposedly last year, but the social experiment that he shoved, and that, well, not even he, that everyone has shoved onto the military, that's gotten even, like, insane levels now that he's been president, is just this social freaking experiment with all of this trans and all this other shit. He fucking...
More effective and more admired.
More effective! Oh, jeez.
Same is true of this institution. This year's graduating class is among the most diverse in academy history. You're graduating the highest percentage of women. By the way, I met with who are those guys that fly over shortly? You heard
the
of them,
Thunderbirds, dumbass.
3 of them are women.
Ooh. 3 of them are women. Ooh.
So don't screw around, guys.
Don't screw around, guys. Why? What are they going to do?
And the highest percentage of minority cadets in history. They're strengthening force, a force that depends on American values that reflect America itself. And each of you has an obligation to treat the airmen and guardians you lead and everyone you encounter with dignity. Your honor code says you will not lie, steal, or cheat, or tolerate among us anyone who does.
Wow, he got that.
It's on all of you to root out the scourge of sexual assault and harassment in the military. To never tolerate it never tolerate it. To make sure that every member of our force...
Never tolerated among... Never tolerated.
Never tolerated among... Never tolerated. To make sure that every member of our forces, no matter who they are, who they love, feels safe and respected in the ranks. Class of 2023, you've been trained to lead, to set an example of your leadership for others. You've been given the skill set to think clearly, to make strategic decisions, to do what is right under pressure. You've earned the trust and respect of your fellow cadets and your instructors. And you are the very embodiment of the American military excellence. And you are ready for anything. Anything.
They kind of have to be, now that they're going out into the world that he's created. Or, no, the disaster that he's created, they're going out into.
They look out today. Given my word as a Biden, I've never been more optimistic. Never been more optimistic about the future of this country. No small part because of you. I mean it sincerely. 4 years ago, you arrived as individuals. Today, you're part of a long blue line. Steps. Strive to meet the height. Part of a long blue line. Steps. Strive to...
I wonder what was sliced there. DK.
Meet the heights of your expectations. Draw inspiration from the example of honor and integrity that you're going to set.
Oh! Stuff that you don't have! Honor and integrity.
Held aloft by the core values you learned here. Our Air Force, our Space Force, our Joint Force, indeed our nation, is safe and steady hands with all of you. May God protect you all as you set out on your journeys. And remember, never bend, never bow.
Never bend, never bow. Really? That's all you do.
Remember, never bend, never bow, never yield. Remember who we are. May the Lord guard and guide the ones who fly through great space and sky.
What?
May He guide the ones who fly.
Hold on.
Never bow, never yield. Remember who we are. May the Lord guard and guide the ones who fly through great space and sky. And may God protect all those who wear the uniform of the United States of America. Let us hear us one more time. Class 2023.
Wow. Done. Walked away. Oh, he went the wrong way, too. Whoop. Whoop. Oh, no, this is... He's going to be doing the, handing out the... Who's he, what's this is now? All right. Look, he can't even get up. He couldn't get up on his own. I'm surprised. Oh, wait, no, I'm not surprised because ABC cut that out, actually.
Wing, 10 shot. Mr. President, thank you for joining us today. Ladies and gentlemen, the President will be departing immediately following the Air Force and Space Force songs and dismissal of the class of 2000.
I apologize for putting y'all through that. But... I couldn't not look, you know, because It was today, and it was that it would be funny if the cadets refused to get to receive their diplomas from him, but obviously that would, nobody's got the balls to do anything like that, I don't think. So here's one more thing that I've been trying to get into, that I want you guys to make note of this URL, because this has 10,000 pictures and stuff like that from Biden's son, Hunter Dumbass, from his laptop. I've been trying to get into this all day. Now you can see why I haven't been able to get into it, because everybody in the world wants to get in there. It's 10,000 pictures. They are edited so that all of the nudity isn't visible, because apparently there was a lot. So, yeah. So, that I would... what's on the wrong one? Alright. It's not showing it, but it's BidenLaptopMedia.com. Why is it showing that? It says BidenLaptopMedia.com. It's been checking if the site connection is secure for 2 hours and 23 minutes. And it keeps coming back with the verify you're human and then start spinning again. So, like I said, Biden Laptop Media, all one word, .com. Go ahead and take a peek. Because, yeah. This last one that I was going to do is this.
When the chips are down, these civilized people, they'll eat each other.
You are You are the problem. It is the unvaccinated who are the problem, period, end of story.
The only people that you can blame, this isn't shaming, this is the truth. Maybe they should be shamed, are the unvaccinated.
It's time to start blaming the unvaccinated folks, not the regular folks.
Y'all remember this
Anyone
garbage?
you came into contact with will blame you, as will the rest of us who have done the right thing by getting vaccinated.
Because frankly, we know that we can't trust the unvaccinated.
I think it's time to get our moral house in order, Anderson. It's the unvaccinated who are the threat.
All those vaccinated folks are going to start wearing masks to protect the unvaccinated folks. It's called a Christian value.
You're basically punishing the vaccinated for the sins of the unvaccinated.
People are not behaving honorably. The unvaccinated are basically saying, well, it's open season for me. I can do whatever I want as well.
The unvaccinated are basically beating their breasts and running around the country saying, we don't care, we're living free, and so forth.
We've been patient, but our patience is wearing thin.
The unvaccinated, a group that includes children and people acting like children. And the rest of us are starting to get pissed off.
The vaccinated feel the unvaccinated are making me upset or angry.
This is not about freedom or personal choice.
Well, my freedom is being kind of disturbed here. No, screw your freedom.
The other day, Howard Stern weighed in with a much different approach. Take a look.
When are we going to stop putting up with the idiots in this country and just say, it's mandatory to get vaccinated? their freedom.
Fuck
you're
you.
treading on our freedom and you're making other people sick, and really you're killing other people.
The anti-vaxxers, they seem to have a thing for death and home remedies.
The anti-maskers turned anti-vaxxers are not just putting their own lives at risk.
I don't think
If that was
any
the
of us
issue,
are.
we could just say that we can watch them compete to win Placer's show in the Darwin Awards.
We have to start doing things for the greater good of society and not for idiots who think that they can do their own research.
And don't get me started on the lunatics who won't take any of the COVID vaccines.
Life is too short to be an ass. Life is way too short to be ignorant of the promise of something that is helping people worldwide.
Maybe you're doing it because you're disconnected or disorganized. Maybe you have some sympathetic psychological reasons. But maybe you're just being antisocial.
Oh, you can't shame them. You can't call them stupid. You can't call them silly. Yes, they are.
Those who are not vaccinated will end up paying the price.
The unvaccinated should be taxed. They should pay more for health care.
We need to start looking at the choice to remain unvaccinated the same as we look at driving while intoxicated.
We're going to see, and I've said, almost two types of...
Yeah, there we go. Anthony Fucky. There's some shit in here that I haven't even seen. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched a little bit of it, and then I had to, because I had to go. Damn right, DK. Life is too short to be an ass, you ass. Alright. I'm not going to subject you guys to much more of this drivel. Hold on. Bear with me, I should say.
Driving while intoxicated.
We're going to see, and I've said, almost two types of America.
Dr. Fauci said that if hospitals get any more overcrowded, they're going to have to make some very tough choices about who gets an ICU bed. And that choice doesn't seem so tough to me. Vaccinated person having a heart attack? Yes, come right on in. We'll take care of you. Unvaccinated guy who gobbled horse goo? Rest in peace, Wheezy.
Pointing back to the unvaccinated who are really creating a problem in this country, every death that we are seeing from COVID could have been prevented.
Literally, the only people dying are the unvaccinated. And for those of you spreading misinformation, shame on you. Shame on you. I don't know how some of you sleep at night.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why I subjected us to that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right, so here's some of the info about Hunter Biden's laptop thing that I was telling you. It's done by, see, here's the website. And let me see. Guys! It went through! Are you seeing this? Proceeding. And now it's just sitting here. Son of a bitch! I'm going to try it again. I'm going to open it in another new tab. Connection timed out. Proceeding. Connection is secure. I hear you. Hold on. I've been trying to get into this all freaking day. Well, I let it sit there during class. While I was going to class, rather. It's just sitting here. I see dots, but... So, this is what's on there. 10,000 photos from Jackass's personal laptop. Come on! I'll see you, DK. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. I really do. And, yeah. Connection timed out again. Not even worth it. But I'm coming. Hold on. I'm coming. Ground crew, you rock. I love you guys. I love you too. What are you sniffing? What are you looking at? Stop scratching. I'm coming. I know. Just hold on a minute. Okay. Wait. Wait. I heard that. Okay. I've got to go. I'm surprised he let me go as long as I have. Would you come on, man? Oh, I've been saying come on, man, a lot ever since... Ugh. It's a Joe Bidenism, but I've been saying it. I love you guys. Thank you, ground crew, for sticking around and listening to that. Are you done? Are you done? He's got ear kabooms. His ears flap back. Wait. I said wait. Just wait. He's not going to wait. I love you guys. I will see you on the next one. And I'm going to keep trying to get into that site. I'm going to keep trying. Thank you for joining me tonight and spending your time. Because time is the most precious thing. Thank you.